Was not dark. Crap, it is. Okay. Okay. Welcome again to another episode of Showcasing Wrestlers that I've personally met. And I want to actually, I normally I was doing this sort of like off the cuff and just sort of like doing it off the top of my head. But this time I actually decided to do a little bit of planning towards it. And in the process of me planning it, the matches that I have set up kind of sort of go into each other because the wrestlers that I'm showcasing in this one, they've all worked against each other in some form or fashion. And so this one's a little bit easier for me to kind of put together. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it started. Hopefully you guys can find a theme here. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get this thing going. Hold on. First off, I'll tell the story of how I got met these guys. I'll tell the story of how I met these guys right after. Oops, sorry, wrong one. There we go. I feel well too much. Ooh. Ooh. What the hell? What's happening? I didn't know what he was going to do there after a second. Hmm. The shrieking headbutts, bro. What? Let's go. That's right. Set him up. Yes. There we go. Come on. You the Dragon Sleeper? Dang. No. go. Let's go. Still got some fight left in him. Oh no. What is he about to do? Can he do moonsault? Can he moonsault? This man is crazy. Let's go. Here we go. No way. Oh, come on. Oh, man. That's really good. I love this crowd. Come on, shake his hand. That was a good match, bro. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Oh, no. Please don't drop him. Okay. That was good. That was good. Okay, so those two wrestlers I actually met at Reality of Wrestling at two separate occasions. When I first met Bronson, he was actually I thought he was a booker because he was like dressed in this really nice suit, and he was dressed in this really nice suit, and he came across he looked very professional. So when I started talking to him, and he told me A, that he was a wrestler, and B, his gimmick was that he was a stoner, I was like, that's just you could do so much with that. You know what I'm saying? And like it was like at the time we were just like talking to him. It was just like there was so many things that we could like we were just bouncing ideas off. Like there was apparently he had a wrestling match one time at a restaurant. And the thing that I thought would be kind of funny with that is that like he has like a like somebody is happen to have a whole bunch of food nearby, and he just like smokes a fag like before the match starts, and he's hitting somebody. He hits somebody. Makes him take a bump. Then he goes over, eats some food, and then he takes a makes a guy take another bump and he eats some food. We just like had a whole bunch of crazy ideas. Like, like so at some part he gets like so stoned that he forgets where his interest is, so he's just walking around backstage while his music is playing at nauseum. Like it was just like a lot of great ideas. He was a cool guy though. He used to show up a lot at Reality of Wrestling, but I'm starting to think that because he's getting more work now, he hasn't been able to show up as much. But I'm genuinely like I'm just glad to see him wrestle because he as y'all can obviously tell from that match, the dude is not bad. I also met Magnificent Malico actually earlier last month. It was like either last month or the month before. And I ain't gonna lie, like if you actually like see him without the face paint, he's a dead ringer for Bray Wyatt. He got like the same facial structure, has the same beard, has the same hairstyle. I ain't gonna lie, like maybe it's just because of the fact that I see them all. Maybe it's because like if you wear a big beard and you have like your hair locked up, I immediately just assume that you look like Bray Wyatt anyway. But like I said, for me, take away the face paint, to me, dead ringer for Bray Wyatt. When I actually sat back and I actually watched his matches, though, I didn't realize he had a psycho clown gimmick, and that gimmick terrifies me. Like he's basically it, but even worse. So that was like one of the few things that I thoroughly enjoyed about him. His gimmick his gimmick is also spectacular because he really holds true to the whole psycho clown gimmick. So he actually talks like this, and he goes a little bit like he's like very 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 into the clown thing. And the reason why I said earlier a lot of this stuff actually ties into it is because the people that I wanted to actually talk about in this episode, Malico has actually went up against 2 out of 4 of them. Well, 2 out of the other 3. So we're gonna go ahead and go into that one. So like I said, shout out to Eric Bronson. I want to say he has an Instagram. I don't know if he has a YouTube. I'll try to like tag the Instagram or something, like try to get y'all to check him out. But Malico does have a YouTube, so I'm going to tag that in the description as well. Let's go ahead and get on to the next match. I'm yapping, but I like these folks. They're good people. Next up,
ready to square up. We got our double main event here tonight. The Diamond State Women's Championship and the Diamond State Heavyweight Championship will be defended later tonight. Trophy Hunter.
Already calling a shot.
Yep. And Magnificent Malico. Magnificent Malico making his Diamond State debut.
I apologize for the bad quality. I blame my computer.
He's got straight from the bottom like that, and then pick
Bro,
up
I love this man's gear.
He likes it.
And the Trophy Hunter, obviously not a fan favorite in this one. And Malico having some fun with the Trophy Hunter.
I mean, Bloodstone's a braver man than I am, because I would never. I mean, look at this. It's absolute freak.
Well, apparently not that big of a freak. The defense Malico was wise to go over there and cut Kenny Silva up the second row. I don't think Kenny's
He's one of the freaks.
Match is underway. Collar elbow tie-up between Bloodstone and Malico. And Bloodstone trying to power his way out of that side.
It's a quality.
Left hand of sorts. And immediately gets some space between him and Malaco.
Yucko the Clown. You got cosplay Pennywise. And now he's in the
That's just going to get.
I think he's on Bloodstone and Chicken. He was on Bloodstone and Chicken.
I mean, chicken tastes good.
Side headlock applied by Bloodstone. Bloodstone gets back to the ropes and drifts over Malaco. And then Malaco having a little fun. It's okay to have a little fun in the ring.
Bloodstone's trying to conduct business to be serious. And he's in here with this absolute thing. Literally, he's a clown.
And clowns like to have fun.
Really, that's a little bar. Come on. This is about winning and being a champion.
Don't be a fuddy-duddy. You're being a party pooper.
If being a party pooper means that you're cashing checks and being real, then I'm all for you.
We're going to have a reset here. Collar elbow tie up.
Oh, let's get started out.
1, 2,
Backs up now. Oh, right hands in midsection. Things are getting serious now in this match. Right hand after right hand. Bloodstone raining down right hands, and Kenny Silva finally able to break it up and get space. Oh, big old right hand by Magnificent Malaco. And he starts raining headbutts down on Bloodstone. Oh, vicious right hand. Malaco might like to have fun, but that right hand is all business. Goes to the second rope.
Baby, can we count?
I mean, is he even speaking words?
Raining down right hands onto Clayton Bloodstone, the trophy hunter, eating those right hands.
And referee
And he's got the wind up and the pitch. I think if that gets more. Magnificent Malaco. Headbutt. Now, another vicious right hand by Magnificent Malaco. Irish whip, reverse, go, switch direction, and a forearm into the back of Bloodstone. And look at this. That is a wicked version of a backbreaker. You won't see that every day. Malaco goes for the cover and gets a 2 count.
Well, I know they can count, but can you?
And now Malaco goes back to work. Malaco gets a running start. He was looking for that hammer shoe, that hammer toe that he's got, and he gets caught with a clothesline by Bloodstone. Bloodstone rolls him up. Gets a 2 count.
slow count. So it's not even steel toe,
It's a hammer.
hammer.
I've got a good close look at it. It is legitimately a
I don't
hammer.
like this part of the match. Can we get past it?
No, he's asking for you.
Look, anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4. Neck area. And trying to acetate this clown.
This match is very important between these two wrestlers. The winner will put themselves in line for a title shot here in Diamond State Wrestling. And right now, Bloodstone's got Malaco in the corner. Irish whip to the far side. Big stinger splash in the corner. And now the snapmare. Bloodstone gets the running start and just throws the boot up into the face of Malaco. Hooks the leg in the cover. And a right hand gets the shoulder up. And Malaco is still alive in the match.
So you're saying if Bloodstone wins this match, which he is in line to create more trophies as a championship goal.
That's the goal, I would assume. Roll away by the clown, by Magnificent Malaco. And he's caught. Bloodstone's caught. And Malaco's going to take advantage.
Now you're the hunter, but I have you in the snare. Kind of funny, huh?
Magnificent Malaco continues to have a little fun with the trophy.
You're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me.
Oh, the crowd's calling one more time. He grabs the rope. Oh, even more. The trophy hunter might need a couple new trophies.
No jungle babies for him, huh?
Look, the devious look on Malaco's face.
When are you gonna learn?
Catches the kick and then the
You don't
forearm
want
to
to
the
see me
back.
finish this. I'm off.
And now just exposed, just left on that middle rope.
This is unfair.
Malaco,
What's going to
that's
happen
the
here?
clinic. Gets a running start.
Running German?
Oh, and he just jumps right next to him. They're like on a swing together. Just having fun on the playground.
You're in my head office. Well, it's gonna have to wait because I'm not done with
What
this
to do.
date, baby.
Oh, and he just kisses him. Did he just kiss him?
Tastes like chicken.
Oh, Malaco tried to get him with the hammer toe.
Fancy footwork, eh?
Well, Malaco missed this hammer toe and caught him with the other boot. Now goes over the top rope. Nobody home. Bloodstone gets out of the way and takes a breather out on the floor. And Bloodstone's going to have a few words with the fans. Oh, he got caught. Malaco caught him as he was
Wait a minute.
jawing with the fans. And now Bloodstone, little stunned. Not sure where he's at. Oh my goodness! Magnificent Malaco over the top rope. Like an elegant bird. Apparently circus. Bloodstone's out.
That explains a lot.
Come on, Bloodstone. Let's see
So
something.
the trophy hunter.
Come on, Bloodstone. Show me something.
His mother was
They told
the
me.
bearded lady.
You're talking about my girlfriend. That's right.
Uh-oh. Dana stood up.
So ladies with her grandma.
Oh, man. Oh, and now we're going to have a little dance. Oh, and Bloodstone catches Magnificent Malaco.
Give her the best satisfaction she's had in 40 years and the trophy.
Why would you do that to her dance?
Malaco's down. This match is
Yeah, you like
he
this?
just lost all control of this match. And Malaco's looking for some help, and he didn't get it. Not Malaco, but Bloodstone.
Come on, Bloodstone. Show me something.
These people.
He assaulted that man's back. Bloodstone did. What Bloodstone's doing to Malaco right now. Big right hand sends Malaco down on the floor. Referee Kenny Silva was administering a count, but Bloodstone rolls in to break the count and reset everything. But there's those right hands by Malaco. And runs him into the post.
These two are beating each other to a
But yet, somehow, Malaco continues to have a good time. Oh, and a vicious, big right hand catches Malaco.
I mean, unfortunately, Paulie Malaco probably doesn't understand the concept of pain.
Maybe not.
I mean,
Oh, and there's the dreads and the throat.
maybe I was mistaken. He sounds like he hurts.
Magnificent Malaco trying to figure out who he still has all his dreads.
I mean, he was feeling like a little girl.
Now he's being shocked. But instead, Bloodstone gets caught with a boot. Another right hand by Magnificent Malaco. Malaco grabs Bloodstone. He's got head control. And now Magnificent Malaco is having the entire section of that arena. Boom.
Counter will be on.
Oh my
And down goes the clown.
What in the world? Bloodstone
Charmel would have
sent
big,
Magnificent
even that.
Malico 5 rows deep.
Oh man.
Kenny Silva administering the count. Bloodstone could just get back in the ring and take the 10-count victory, but he doesn't want to. He wants to collect the head of Magnificent Malico. Bloodstone grabs Magnificent Malico, brings him back to his feet. He was still entangled in a chair. And Magnificent Malico goes roll back into the ring, and now the boot directly to the throat.
Now Bloodstone telling him that he's not messing around, he's not playing around.
And now
You can't give him a figure
he's trying
four.
to Charlie horse that leg. Oh my goodness! Drives the leg into the mat.
Never had a Charlie horse. That's the worst pain possible.
And so Magnificent Malico slapped near to the mat. Oh, big boot to the back. And he's going back to work on that right leg. Trophy Hunter just pounding down big right hands. And he's rolling over Magnificent Malico and puts him in a half crab. The difference between the Boston crab and a half crab is the one leg. You use the one leg and you're able to sit back a little bit further with that. It's less weight to carry and you can get more leverage with the one leg.
I know what to do.
And the torque that it puts on your hips. Yep. And he's still got that leg locked. Malico trying to get loose, trying to get some space between him and Bloodstone. He's in the ropes, but there's no count.
What's the referee even doing here? It's just out the window.
I can't tell if he's trying to take the boot off, if he's trying to roll with him again. That knee, the torque on the hip, and the knee in the ankle. Oh, he got the boot off. That's what he was doing. He's trying to get that hammer. Oh, my goodness. That is a prosthetic leg. The Magnificent Malico has a prosthetic leg. And he can't walk. And Malico can use that as a weapon. Bloodstone can use it as a weapon, and Malico has nowhere to go.
Man. It's not a DQ, it's his leg.
And there's nothing Kenny Silva can do. It's as legal as if Bloodstone was using his own boot. And Magnificent Malico had his prosthetic leg, had his right leg amputated from below the knee. And Bloodstone figured it out and ripped the prosthetic limb off. And now, side Russian leg sweep. And Malico kicks out. All of a sudden, the entire mood in this arena has changed. It went from being fun and games. Now it's gotten very serious. And the trophy hunter waving that prosthetic limb like a trophy. It puts it into the throat of the Magnificent Malico and chokes him out. And he's just admiring it. Bloodstone just admiring it like it's his trophy. Like he's going to mount that on his wall. He hadn't won anything yet. Big right hands by Magnificent Malico. Look at him using his limb for some sort of leverage to get back, but he's caught. And he used that prosthetic limb and drove it into the throat of Magnificent Malico, but he doesn't go for the cover immediately. And he sets Bloodstone, the trophy hunter, sets his trophy down in the corner. And the trophy hunter goes back after Magnificent Malaco.
Finish it off right here.
Magnificent Malaco is up to the vertical base. Now he's up at the fireman's carry. Clayton Broadstone. And Magnificent Malaco slips out the back door. What is he going to do? He's literally a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest. Oh, look at him. He's walking. He's walking on his stub leg. Magnificent Malaco, look at the determination. Crucifix pinning combination gets a 2 count. He tried to jump at DDT, and he gets it.
Oh, man.
Magnificent Malaco gets another 2 count. The trophy hunter has no clue what's going on.
I have no clue what's going on.
And now, Magnificent Malaco thought he had the 3. And now he pulls the trophy hunter to the middle of the ring. What does Magnificent
ain't no
Malaco
way.
have in mind?
What is this crazy man about to do? He's literally going off with one good leg. What are you going to do?
Magnificent Malaco to the top rope. Comes up empty with the swanton. Grabs his leg and hits the hammer toe. That was the closest 3 count. His hand actually hit the mat. But right before it hit the mat, the trophy hunter got his shoulder up. This match is insane.
That looked like 2 to me, but I mean, Huntsville's not known for education.
And now the Magnificent Malaco is applying that prosthesis to his right arm.
Camera foot.
I don't even know what to do.
And now he's got it applied to the throat of the trophy hunter, but the trophy hunter gets out of it. What a move.
It's done. 2.
And the prosthetic goes up, the shoulder comes off the mat, and just like that, the trophy hunter comes up short. This match continues. Can you believe what you're seeing?
I'm speechless.
The Magnificent Malaco, the trophy hunter, Clayton Bloodstone, in a battle.
And the strength of the trophy hunter.
Clayton Bloodstone with the fireman's carry. Malaco slips out the back.
Oh, no.
Catches him. Oh, he's got it. Hammer toe. And he's got that prosthesis,
Camera toe.
which normally goes on his right leg.
Trophy hunter, watch out.
Oh, this is going to hurt.
He's measuring the trophy hunter, Clayton Bloodstone. Magnificent Malaco. It's no fun and games anymore. Superman punch with the hammer toe, puts the boot in his face, and gets the 3 count. Magnificent Malaco, with one leg, pulls out the victory over the trophy hunter. The trophy hunter ripped off the prosthetic leg of Magnificent Malaco, and Magnificent Malaco was able to hit the prosthesis back put it on his right hand and hit the trophy hunter with a Superman punch with the prosthetic leg and wins the 1, 2, 3. You will not find this anywhere else.
Okay, so once again, obviously a magnificent Malaco match, and I actually met Clayton Bloodstone in an August and a half ago. Actually, it was at Zilla Fatu's debut show. He just happened to be there, and he was a dead ringer for Conor McGregor. I thought he was Conor McGregor for a moment until I realized, oh no, he's not. He's just somebody who looks exactly like him. And he says he get that a lot too. So, but like that boy he bulked up since the last time I saw him, for sure. Why is it focusing like that? In any case, though, like I said, I met Clayton Bloodstone. I also like his gimmick because his gimmick is that he's a trophy hunter. So, I like to think that, when he wins a match, he probably takes something of value away from the wrestler that he's defeated. And, the whole thing is that, there is a wrestler by the name of Brian Keith, who is the bounty hunter. So I would love to see at some point down the line, Clayton Bloodstone versus Brian Keith, Hunter versus Hunter kind of thing. I think that would be kind of cool. But I think the thing that really kind of got me the most about Clayton Bloodstone is exactly how young he is. Like that, I think he's 27, and in the short amount of time that I got a chance to encounter him, like I said, good wrestler, great look, great gimmick. He obviously, as you can obviously tell in the match, he's he knows how to work his way around the ring and everything like that. And I have nothing but faith in that guy. He was cool when I met him. I also think that he does have a YouTube as well. I should have done a better job. Matter of fact, once I get done with the matches, I'm going to see if I can show y'all Clayton Bloodstone's channel and Magnificent Malaco's channel, because as much as I would love to showcase their matches, I mean, let's also try to get them some subscribers as well. Next up, I know I'm showing a lot of Malaco, but that's the reason. The 4 wrestlers I had in mind for this episode was Malaco, Bloodstone, Smokin Eric Bronson, and this 4th wrestler. But like I said, Malaco has been up against a bunch of them, so I'm gonna go. So it just felt easier to just sort of go through his catalog instead of 4 different matches. I do promise to actually do a little bit better with that for next time, but this one just happened to go a little too well. This is him doing a promo for wrestler number 4.
It's me, the magnificent Malaco, your worst nightmare. I'm sure you saw, just as everybody else did, that I am flying at 100% success right now. And you, baby, you're my next target. Thank you to the kindness from our new general manager, I have an opportunity to strip you of what's most important to you, the Diamond State Heavyweight Championship. And I know you like to play dirty games, Holly. I know you have a whole clan of boys backing you up. But I just want to let you know that I like to play dirty too. And I can't wait to get my hands on you. Welcome to the mad world.
No lie, the little bits and pieces I know about Magnificent Malaco as a wrestler, like I said, as a person, coolest dude I ever met. Very chill. I honestly didn't even know he had one leg, because obviously I wasn't really looking at it. But then I see him take the leg off during the match, and sometimes he'll even do his entrance where he'll put his leg on his arm and start walking with it. It's the creepiest thing I've ever seen. And it's now that I know that his whole gimmick is that he's a psycho clown, I'm like, this dude is. I ain't gonna lie, he's scary. He scares me. I don't know what it is, because he also has a mask of his face that looks even more macabre than his actual face paint does. Either way, love the guy. I think he's great. Next up, oops, hold on.
Graduate from the 3rd RWA class and a former RWA champion
That's nice.
in Paul
Got some
Hubris.
cheers. What's not nice is me opening the show. I should be main eventing, closing the show, but here we are.
Hailing from Scotland.
The capital of Scotland, mind you.
That's right. He had the RWA title. He had it vacated last student showcase due to being stuck in Scotland. And I feel like tonight he's got something to prove.
He does. He certainly does. He probably has something to prove. Let's go up to our ring announcer for the formal introductions.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Ollie Emerson. And his opponent, the essential, Paul Hubris.
2 boos, Stu.
Yeah, 2 guys, probably not very popular, but very skilled because, of course, they graduated from the Rhodes Wrestling Academy. As we get ready for the bell, there it is, and off we go.
Now, I already know that Paul Hubris is very sour at this point. He's frustrated that he's the opening match. He really feels like he should be the main event. And, and he never really lost the title. He had to vacate the title. So I feel like he still sees himself as the champion.
You're absolutely right. Like you mentioned, never got pinned, never submitted for the title. Had it stripped from him because, like you mentioned, the travel restrictions due to COVID during the last class. So
going hard with those forearms right now on Ollie.
Oh, and then nice shoulder there by Ollie Anderson. Trading blows back and forth.
Ooh, nice kick by Ollie Emerson.
Ollie Emerson from the streets of Inglewood, California.
Oh. Whoa, love that trickery.
Yeah, just swept the legs out from under him and sends Ollie Emerson outside the ring.
The crowd is not liking that he's done this, but I'm not sure who to root for because they're booing both sides.
They're both less than honorable men. Let's just say that.
Nice forearm to the back. He's got Paul Hubris down. What is Ollie going to do next? Ooh!
Oh, senton right on the apron, but I think Ollie caught some of the apron as well as Paul. And now both men outside on the floor. Let's see what happens here. As Ollie sending Paul back in the ring. Ollie going after him. He hooks the leg. Yeah, 1 count there. As you mentioned, Paul Hubris, former Rhodes Wrestling Academy champion, as you mentioned, feels he has something to prove because he never actually lost the title. You got to imagine he's going to have an eye on our main event.
I don't know, Stu.
Off the rope there by Paul.
Go for the cover. Oh, made it to 2, but it is not 3. He might have his eye on the main event, but you know what? I think he should be grateful for opening up this spectacular show, this 5th student showcase tonight. It should be an honor for him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. To be on the card for the RWA should be an honor. Ollie Emerson fighting out of the corner. Big knee there by Paul Hubris. Now, Hubris just stomping on Emerson. And now, foot right on the throat.
I feel like he could have gone longer on that joke. I'm just saying,
Referee giving the 5 count, but Paul Hubris taking advantage
He had other plans, like a whip, but it's a no-go and a nice chop to Ollie Emerson.
And now Hubris pulls him center ring, hooks the leg, but one count.
That was a quick kick out.
Well, and you wonder if that was more just to get into Ollie Emerson's head.
That's a good point, Stu.
You know, kind of, and he had, plus Emerson had to expound energy to be able to kick out. So,
did you just hear that? The fans were chanting, "Let's go, Ollie."
Maybe Ollie's starting to win him over. Maybe a few children of Ollie being recruited here. Maybe they're converting.
Elbow drop.
Big elbow drop there. Hooks the leg. Again, just a one count. But again, I think Hubris is looking to get into Ollie's head with those near falls. Big punch there by Emerson. And now one right back from Hubris. And now they start trading blows.
That was a gnarly one.
Oh, big kick to the thigh there. And another one trading blows, trading kicks.
Just going back and forth too, right?
Absolutely.
Here they go. Oh, but Ollie is really laying him in right now. I feel for Paul Hubris. Ooh, counters with that kick though. Going in.
Kind of a high kick too. Big high knee there by Hubris. Comes in. Ollie almost like a discus forearm there. Both men down on the mat.
They have both of them just have absolutely crumbled right now.
Now,
ref is counting. We have referee Misty Marks counting it out, right?
Absolutely. Both men back to their feet. Now Hubris in the corner. Ollie
on top.
He's like going for a bulldog, but no, into the ropes. A big knee there by Emerson, but doesn't want to cover him. I don't know.
I think that was a mistake, Stu.
I would definitely question that strategy. Emerson looks like he maybe could go up top.
It does look like he's about to go up top. I can appreciate Paul with all the covers and trying to, whether it's a mental game or, that's the name of the game, is to pin your opponent.
Yeah.
So
Emerson missed. I think he took way too long on that top turnbuckle. And now.
Yep, that's the disadvantage of going to the top and doing that fancy stuff off the top. You waste time. Nice double
stop there. Yeah.
You waste time when you go up to that top, and it gives time for your opponent to recover.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Now Emerson trying to pick up Paul Hubris. Almost like a front face lock there. Flips him over.
Went for that double stomp. And
Hubris.
Yep.
Off the second rope. Kind of a modified cutter there by Hubris. Goes in the middle of the ring. Hooks the leg. 2.5 there by Hubris.
That's right. You know what? He didn't get those shoulders. It's very important when you cover both shoulders, or it gives the opportunity for your opponent to kick out.
You're absolutely right. Should maybe put a little more pressure towards the top of the torso there. Now, Hubris, double arm hook, but nope. Ollie looked like he was trying to go for something. Hubris just with that vicious forearm right to the jaw. And now, low bridge on Emerson.
Ooh, kick to the face. Ollie is down, looks like.
And now, again, Hubris. Beautiful maneuver off that second rope. Had the arms hooked. Hooks the leg. And gets the 3.
And here's your winner, Paul Hubris.
I believe that finishing move was Paul Hubris' signature move, the wrist runner.
Well, it definitely proved risky for Ollie Emerson as Paul Hubris gets the win in our first match here at the 5th Student Showcase.
You know what, Stu? It looks like Paul Hubris did prove something tonight, is that he's someone not to be messed with.
Mind the chump, man. I just go through people, I say.
So a special mention in that match, obviously I met Ali Emerson a little while around the same time that I met Smokin and Bronson, and I think I was doing the R Truth thing where I would mistake him for another wrestler. I kept calling him Chris Hero because he looked like Chris Hero except with black hair instead of blonde hair, and I initially thought that he was going to take offense to that and probably try to elbow me or something, but he just went along with it because he's a cool guy like that. I didn't know that he wrestled. I didn't know he got trained over at Rhodes Wrestling Academy, and he also told me stories about. He told me stories about how he met up with some of the Rhodes brothers. No, he told me stories about meeting up with Goldust and how cool he was, and how cool he was, and I was just starstruck at this guy. Here it is, this gigantic man. Once again, great look, good wrestler. Also, his that match was 2 years ago. He's gotten like swoller since then. So, it's just really cool to just be able to. It's good to watch a wrestling match and be like, I know that guy, and and stuff like that. Also, we always make it a appearance to just give him a big old hug when I see him because he's the bro. He is a cool dude. Also, special mention in that match. The referee is Misty Marks, somebody who I actually met my very first time going into Reality of Wrestling. And so the very first time I tried to get into Reality of Wrestling, to actually help out with the show, she was essentially like my boss. She was the person that everybody was telling to kind of go to when they needed help with something. And honestly, I just thought that was really cool. So it's kind of cool to see her go from the person who was sort of helping me out, help me with the show, to this wrestler that she is now. So I didn't know that she reffed. So seeing her as a ref, that just messed me up a little bit. So, but getting back to what I was doing earlier, I'm going to show the channels of the wrestlers that I do have. First of all, let's see. Hold on. Magnificent Malico. Okay, this is Malico's channel. This is the Magnificent Malico's channel. Obviously, he has 1,000 subscribers already, but obviously we gotta up those numbers. The dude's wrestled against Carlito before? That's dope. He's wrestled against Carlito? And Jacob Fatu. That's crazy. This dude's been in the biz for a minute now, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, that's dope. But yeah, like I said, we got to bump up those numbers because these are, obviously, obviously the numbers, I can't really say anything about having to bump up the numbers, but the dude's been around, looks like he's been around for a little bit and has done more than his fair share of work. So I say let's bump up those numbers. Let's get him up there, and let's work on making it bigger than what it is. Magnificent Malico, everybody's favorite wrestling evil clown guy. I don't know. This dude's terrible. This dude terrifies me though. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, also he takes that face paint off. He's Bray Wyatt. He puts the face paint on. He's a literal nightmare. So next up, we're gonna look up Clayton Bloodstone because I think he has a channel too. Here we go, Clayton Bloodstone. He kind of, obviously 281 subscribers. He's from Oklahoma. Here he is. Let's get him some views. Let's get him some stuff as well. Here's his channel. Let's see who he's. Let's see, Dallas Cade, Malico, Mr. Legs. Who's that? Some point I'm gonna have to. I like this little mask thing he got on in this one. I'm gonna try to keep these videos short though. But let's see. Let's see what his recent match is. 3 weeks ago. Oh, let's check out the highlight reel. That's like a minute. Oh wait, I just realized. Oh God, I hope that this doesn't. I just realized I can't do music videos on live because they'll probably mute it if it's copyrighted. So I'm just gonna have to hope that you got okay. So I'm just gonna have to hope that you guys just check into that when you got time. Shout out to the few people that did show up. I do appreciate you guys for watching if you did. But yeah, like I said, the 4 wrestlers that were showcased in this one was Smokin Eric Bronson, Magnificent Malico, Clayton Bloodstone, and Ali Emerson. And special mention to another wrestler by the name of Misty Marks. Seriously hope that you check them out eventually. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Love and peace. Be safe out there and support indie wrestling. There's a star made every minute. It's not just the big time. The small times are almost bigger than the big times. So the more you figure that out, the better wrestling is going to look to you. I'm outie.